Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Now that summer break has begun, there is a tendency sometimes to put the brain on summer vacation as well. I'd like to ask you, however, not to allow that to become too much of a habit. Do not let your brain atrophy from non use. Instead, take at least a few minutes each day to learn something new. Ponder a question you've always wondered about and then research it a bit. The only way your brain is going to continue to develop is if you put it to use. So, while you're on the internet watching this video right now, think of something you've always wondered about and then take a few minutes to research it once this video is over. Let me give you an example. In school, you have been asked, what is an atom and what is it made of? You hopefully responded that atoms are the smallest building blocks of matter and that they are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. So you may then say, well, aha, see, I do know something. Well, yes, of course you do. But let's think beyond that a little bit more. You might reply, well, I know that protons and neutrons reside within the nucleus of the atom, and the electrons orbit on the outside. And that is true. But let's look even deeper. So now you might say, well, protons have a positive charge, and electrons have a negative charge. Okay, now let's go even a little bit deeper than that. What exactly is a charge? You say protons have a positive one, and electrons have a negative one. But what exactly is that? Well, as I've told you in class, I'd like for you to think of charge as nothing more than really an attractive or repulsive force between particles. If two particles have the same charge, they will repel each other, whereas objects that have opposite charges will attract one another. Of course, it gets a lot more complicated than that, but I leave that up to you to discover. Before you begin on that quest, let me help you out with one more thing. There's absolutely nothing inherent within a proton that gives it a positive charge. And on the same respect, there's nothing about an electron that makes its charge negative. When these forces were first being studied, which was long before protons, neutrons, or electrons themselves were even discovered, it just so happened that the particle that would later be identified as an electron was said to carry a negative charge. It could have just as easily been said to have a positive charge. For an interesting bit of history, you can in some ways blame one of our founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, for that. I'll ask you to spend at least 20 minutes each day researching a question you have pondered. It doesn't have to be science related. You have your own interests and you should explore them. Time spent in front of your computer screen listening to me is time wasted. Go ahead and research something. Use your brain to dig a bit deeper than the general facts about something and look into the why. Why does X behave in this manner? Then feel free to come back here and write a comment about what you have learned. It's important to keep asking questions. Even if you already know something, ask more questions about it. Question the source that is giving you the information, even if it is trusted and reliable. History is filled with stories of reliable sources of information being incorrect. Think of the following saying: I'd rather have questions that cannot be answered than answers that cannot be questioned. Ponder on that for a moment. It's really important to ask questions, as I said before. Please continue to do so. Even conventional understanding can be wrong. Dig deep, ask the next question, and let your understanding of the issue grow. Now go out, learn, and come back here and tell me what you have learned. In the meantime, have a safe, fun, and relaxing summer. Take care, and God bless.